This pencast is on problems involving complementary and supplementary angles. So the big thing to remember is that complementary angles means that the sum of the angles is 90 degrees. Supplementary angles means that the sum of the angles is 180 degrees. So complementary 90 degrees, supplementary 180 degrees. So problem A says two angles are complementary. One angle is 5 times as large as another angle. Find the measure of each angle. So the first thing we look for is whether they're complementary or supplementary. And in this case, they're complementary. So complementary means that two angles form a 90-degree angle, or a right angle. And we know one's smaller and one's larger, so when I draw the picture, I'll draw one smaller and one larger. So here's one angle, here's the other. Their sum, if we added them up, would be 90 degrees. One angle is 5 times as large as the other. So we know that the big one is 5 times the small one, but we don't know anything about the smaller angle, so we'll call it x, and we'll call the bigger one 5x. Well, we do know that they're complementary, so their sum is 90 degrees. So 5x plus x, that's the larger angle plus the smaller angle, equals 90 degrees. These are like terms, so 5x plus x really means 5x plus 1x, which is 6x, equals 90 degrees. To get rid of that multiplication of 6, we just divide by 6 on both sides. The 6's cancel and we get x equals. And then 90 divided by 6 is 15. So that's 15 degrees for the smaller angle. Now 5 times x, we now know what x is, it's 15, so that's 5 times 15, which is 75 degrees. So the smaller angle is 15 degrees, the larger angle is 75 degrees. Of course, the way to check this is to add these two angles together and make sure that you get 90 degrees. And 15 plus 75 is 90, so we're good. In example B, it says two angles are supplementary. One angle measures 12 less than 3 times the other. Find the measure of each angle. So supplementary means that they form a 180 degree angle, which looks like a straight line. So we've got one angle here, and then another angle, a larger angle, here. And also note that these pictures are not drawn to scale. All I want to do is draw a smaller angle and a larger angle and have its sum be 180 degrees. So it says one angle measures 12 less than 3 times the other. Find the measure of each angle. So if we call the smaller angle x, then this larger angle is 12 less than 3 times the other. So first we have to take 3 times the other, which would be 3x. And then we want 12 less than that. So we want to subtract 12 from that. So one angle is x, and the other angle is 3x minus 12. And we know that if we add those two things together, we're going to set that equal to 180 degrees. So we've got 3x minus 12, that's the angle right here, plus x, which is the angle here. And the sum of those two angles is 180 degrees. And then I would do my addition of the opposite. We can reorder our terms so that the like terms are next to one another. So 3x plus negative 12 equals 180. We want to add our like terms, so 3x plus x gives us 4x plus negative 12 equals 180. At this point, we want that negative 12 on the other side. So in order to get rid of that negative 12, we have to add its opposite. So we add positive 12 to both sides. That gives us 4x equals, that cancels, 180 plus 12 is 192. finally, to get rid of that multiplication of 4 on that x, we're going to have to divide by 4 on both sides. And we get x equals 192 divided by 4 is 48 degrees. Now we have to figure out what the other angle is. We know x, this one is 48 degrees. So now we're going to take 3x minus 12. We know x is 48, so that's 3 times 48 minus 12. 3 times 48 is 144 minus 12. And 144 minus 12 is 132. So we get 132 degrees. Once again, in order to check this, these are supplementary, so their sum should be 180. So take 48 plus 132 and make sure that you get 180 degrees.